A very good evening and welcome to Prime TV News, coming to you live and direct from the Prime TV studios with me, Abrar Abid. Now, before we go into our stories in detail, let's take a look at our headlines. Postal voting successfully completed for the second day. Political agreement has been signed with the New Democratic Front. Sri Lanka Freedom Democratic Front announces that no agreement will be signed without Parliament approval. The Manike train begins its journey. Trump says UK Labour leader Corbyn would be so bad for Britain. In our lead story, today was the second day of casting postal voting in the upcoming presidential election. 717,871 had applied to cast postal votes. Of them, only 659,030 were eligible for postal voting. Those who are unable to cast their postal votes yesterday and today will get an opportunity of casting their postal vote on the 7th of this month. They can cast their postal votes at the district elections office since the according of security have been vested with all police stations and district offices to postal voting centres and supervisions. They are being given an opportunity of casting their postal votes on the 4th and 5th of next month. Chairman of the National Elections Commission, Mahinda Deshapriya, said that it is barred from taking photographs and videoing postal voting centres. In more local news, a new political agreement was signed in Colombo today, pledging support to New Democratic Front presidential candidate Sajith Premadasa. The Memorandum of Understanding was inked by the United National Front, political parties and civil organizations, as well as former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga. Former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga and the United National Front signed a Memorandum of Understanding in Colombo today with the United National Front. It was with respect to the forthcoming presidential election. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, New Democratic Front presidential candidate Sajith Premadasa and many party leaders joined in the occasion. Sajith Premadasa said that the aim of this exercise was to develop and bring prosperity to the country and give priority to Buddhism and safeguard other religions and communities. They are prepared to establish a respectable administration. The journey is centered on social democracy. It is an occasion in which justice will be meted out to every community. The supreme law will be enforced to all equally, he assured, to protect the human rights of everyone. Sajith Premadasa said that everyone is linked to carrying forward the country towards development.
Nestamol, உள்ளத்திற்கும் உடலுக்கும் பலம், நலம், சக்தி.
In more local news, Sri Lanka Podujana Perumuna presidential candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa has said that he has fulfilled the responsibility vested in him in 2005. He would properly meet the responsibility vested in him this time by the people in the same manner.
विहिदी किया पुदु जन जयरावे अपि वेनुवेन अपि अथरम नगेना बला पोरुत्तुवे जनहद दिनु महिंदनम उतुम सोयुर असुरे गुणदम पिरु अभिमंदरु कोटाबय नामे वेदकरन अभे विरुआ बहुबिमट पेमिन सेवदा रटरकिन केनेक
Sri Lanka Podujana Perumuna presidential candidate Gotabaya Rajapaksa made these references addressing a public rally held in the Velikada area in Rajagiriya. This propaganda rally was organized by Kotte Mayor Madhura Vithanage to ensure the victory of Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa and a large gathering, including many people's representatives, joined in this rally. Gotabaya Rajapaksa said that the youth of the nation is highly strained as vast unemployment prevails in the country. New jobs should be created under a thriving economy. The youth should be given the opportunity and vocational training as to connect directly with the national economy. According to him, the policy statement of his is inclusive of clear solutions for the issues in national security and development alike. All challenges that were posed at the time of appointment of Mahinda Rajapaksa in 2005 were surmounted immediately. The duties he was entrusted with were totally fulfilled. Gotabaya Rajapaksa pledged to follow suit when elected in the near future. Meanwhile, another public rally was held in Dehiwala to consolidate the victory of Gotabaya Rajapaksa. It was also attended by a large gathering. This public meeting was organized by former Dehiwala Mount Lavenia Mayor Dhanaseri Amaratunga. Gotabaya Rajapaksa pointed out that a future government led by him will eradicate corruption from the nation. National security will be consolidated just as the terrorism was routed in 2009. The presidential candidate urged the people discharge their responsibility at the election. In turn, Gotabaya Rajapaksa pledged to create a strong and secure nation. Welcome back to Prime TV News. In more local news, presidential candidate of the National People's Power Force, Anurakumara Dissanayake, has said that it is necessary to eliminate fraud, corruption and ways to rebuild the country. Presidential candidate of the National People's Power Force made this reference at a people's rally held in the Chilao town. A large gathering including party activists joined in this gathering organized to consolidate the victory of Anurakumara Dissanayake. Presidential candidate Anurakumara Dissanayake said it is awfully unfair that parliamentarians should receive a pension just after serving 5 years in parliament. He pointed out that even the farmers who toil hard throughout their lives do not receive a pension. He said that they will immediately abolish the pension scheme for the parliamentarians and halt the maintenance of former presidents at the expense of taxpayers. He said the wild political culture that prevailed for 71 years has left wealthy politicians and an impoverished nation. And that is all the news for today. Do join us again tomorrow for the very latest. For the Prime TV News team, I'm Abirar Abid. A very good evening and take care.